Hello, what's up going on, everybody? It's been a little bit since we've done a stream, but we're back. Had some computer issues, but seemed to get them resolved. So we are back, and we're going to be doing another stream. I'm just doing a short flight here with a avionics update to the CJ4 for the AAU beta. I am on the beta, and I am running the Air Manager panels that we have built for them. So I am part of the SIMSTRUMENTATION Team. Compromises of 4 of us that build these fine instruments that you see on my screens on my iPad to make them touch and make them as realistic as possible. And so that way we do it out of pure love for the flight simulator, and we don't charge anybody for it. Only thing you got to have is an active Air Manager subscription, which is in the link down below, and we appreciate you joining. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get things on the road. So let's go get the battery turned on. And we're going to not be using a GPU today for our start. We will just go ahead and get engine 1 started. You hit the engage the starter. Once this gets up to 12% N2, we'll go ahead and turn on the engine start. And there's our 12%. You hear it kicking in. And the oil pressure and oil temperatures are starting to rise, and one's starting to rise. And we're just watching our ITT. Nice thing about the CJ4 is it is all automated, which is nice. Makes it really, really nice. Go and get our position in here. And we'll go ahead and get the weather. One thing I forgot to check is how much fuel we got in this stuff. Yeah, we've got plenty of them. All right, and we can go ahead and get clearances. 123.67. And we'll go ahead, get our beacon on, nav on, and our strobes on. We'll go ahead and get engine number 2 started. And there's our 12%. Go ahead and start the engine. Everything's looking good. Hydraulic pressure is rising. N2 is rising, N1 is rising as well. Oil temperature is good. Oil pressure is rising. Alright, let's get our avionics turned on. Standby display, and I'll arm the emergency lights. We'll go and get the passenger signs on. It's just me and you in the plane today, so we don't have to worry about that. And so we'll go ahead and request our clearance. And clearance, good evening, citation November 23 Delta Tango, ready to pick up IFR clearance. And they're going to tell me it's not because I forgot to file it. Citation November 23 Delta Tango, ready to copy IFR. Citation November 23 Delta Tango is cleared up to Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey as filed. Expect runway 02. Climb and maintain 7,500. Expect higher in 4 minutes. Departure frequency zone 121.1. Squawk 6255. Alright, getting our altimeter set up here. .3035, we're good there. And we've already been cleared as filed, so go ahead and get it typed into our flight plan. So we're going to be leaving KSGF. And we're going to be going to Kilo Delta Foxtrot Whiskey. And we can go ahead and execute that. And our departure and arrivals, we're going to be departing runway 02. Execute that. And we're going to be arriving via the Finger 8 arrival. 4 ILS 35 left. And we're going to be using the FSM transition, which is Fort Smith. And we can go ahead and execute that. And let's go to our performance. Performance initialize. And our cruising altitude is we're going to be going up to flight level 320. And we'll set up our takeoff. We'll go ahead and execute that. Alright, and wind was 170 at 8. And minus 8 on the temperature. 30.35 on the QNH, runway 20, we're good there. And we'll go ahead and send those. We'll go ahead and set our flaps to 15, indicating, and we're good there. Let's go to our legs, and we'll be set to go. All right, we've got everything set up. Let's go ahead and turn on our engine ice, pediostatic, good there. Everything else is good. Let's go ahead and one last thing before we get going. Apologize for that. All right. Procedures. Sorry, I forgot to get the iPad set up here that I use for ForeFlight. So just finishing up a couple things here and we'll be set to go. So all right, and let's go ahead and give ground a call. And ground is on 121.9. So that's a citation November 23 taxi. Citation November 23 Delta Tango, request taxi. Taxi to runway 02 via Delta Alpha, hold short, runway 203202. Oops. Citation November 23 Delta Tango, taxi via to runway 02 Delta Alpha, hold short, runway 2032. All right. We're on our way. and turn on our flight directors. And clear right, clear left. And we'll go ahead and set this up. We're going to be departing runway 02, so we'll go ahead and get that set up. Be 020. And we've got all that. Go ahead and get some airflow up in this place. Whoa. The rudder pedals just went zilch. Alright. Sorry, not paying attention to where I'm going here. So sorry it's been so long since we've done some videos, but like I said, had some computer issues and trying to do triple 4K TVs and stream all at the same time. Just it's a lot for a computer to push all that. Plus my CPU's the bottleneck, so we just went back to just one TV, 150-inch in front of us. Got 4 other monitors on, so performance is much better with this. Usually get around 35, 36 on the ground, and then once we get in the air, it'll be much higher than that. We'll go around this guy. And they said to hold short here, so we can do that. Probably need to get a little closer though. Alright, our V1 is 92, rotate at 96, and we'll climb out at 111 and accelerate to 140. And ground citation November 23 Delta Tango holding short of runway 32. Alright, well that's a mistake, so we'll go ahead and look for ourselves. That looks clear. Looks clear back that way as well. So we'll go ahead and go on across, which our runway is right over here to the right, but we'll just go up here, 119.9. Get across here quickly. And this will be runway 2. It's a nice cold one out today. We've got some clouds that are up there, so we'll have to watch a little bit for some icing, but it's kind of broken, so I think we'll be alright. And tower citation November 23 Delta Tango holding short of runway 02. Cleared for takeoff runway 02, and then climb to at least 2,300 feet, then right to 225 to line up with course. Citation November 23 Delta Tango. All right. Final looks clear. Clear on down the runway. All right, here we go. Up to 50%, all good. Release the brakes. Take off power set. There's V1, and rotate. Positive brake gear coming up. Pulling back to the flaps are coming up. Landing light is off. And we're above our 2,300, so he said a right turn, which I don't quite understand that. Contact departure on 121.1, citation 23 Delta Tango. And we're turning a right to a heading of 225, and we'll go yaw dampener on. And we'll go ahead and engage the autopilot, and we'll go to heading mode. And we'll go to flight level change. Busy flying the airplane. Citation November 23 Delta Tango is climbing through 4,900 for 7,500 feet. Climb and maintain 7,500. There we go. We already did. Citation November 23 Delta Tango, climb to 14,000 feet. All right, and we did it. We are on our way. Contact Kansas City Center on 127.5, citation 23 Delta Tango. Good night. And there's our course, so we'll go ahead and head over to there. And there's beautiful simulator, isn't it? And Kansas City Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you, climbing to 14,000 feet. Right, heading 220, citation November 23 Delta Tango. Citation November 23 Delta Tango, climb and maintain flight level 200. Citation 23 Delta Tango. Citation November 23 Delta Tango, resume navigation and climb to flight level 260. And we are on our way now. And had to get a screenshot of that. That was a beautiful, beautiful picture. So, did everybody have a good Christmas and everything? And I think that's about the last time it seems like I was around and doing some streaming. So hopefully we'll get back to a normal routine schedule. I do need to do my flight for my virtual airlines. It's been a little while, so I need to get back on that. Citation 3 Delta Tango, climb to flight level 320. All right, let's kind of start getting all prepared for our arrival. It's a short flight. And we're going to be coming from Fort Smith, so we need to Fort Smith, then Coma, then we've got Burley, Mamie, then Burley, then Gats, then BYP. Yep, looks all good. Look at that out there. And we are at our cruising speed, so we'll go ahead and set cruise speed. Looks like we've got about 121 knot headwind. Ouch. That's some strong winds. So I'm looking on the arrival, and I don't see any restrictions as far as we need to at least be above flight level 180 there. Yep. So I haven't got to really mess around too much with the new avionics that they've got. Contact Memphis Center on 126.1, citation November 23 Delta Tango. Good night. And Memphis Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you at flight level 320. I am using Pilot to ATC. I did get some Sarah Proc voices, so that makes it a little bit better to use when you get some better voices. And the chatter makes it pretty realistic so as well. Makes for a lot longer flight whenever you're only doing 340 knots across the ground. Everybody's doing good back there in the back. And citation November 23 Delta Tango, we will plan for the finger 8 arrival with the vectors to the ILS 35 left approach. It looks like everything there is IFR. Let's go and check the that's Fort Worth. So they're calling for light freezing drizzle, overcast at 800, and 340 at 14 knots. So could be a tough approach. Freezing rain is never something fun to fly in. So these also have the auto dimming capabilities. We'll go ahead and turn those on and kind of show those off a little bit. And we'll turn on the lights inside. As you can see, it automatically takes in with the sunlight about what it looks like on the panels on this TV, which is pretty cool. It'll automatically dim and brighten according to what that is, what the sunlight is doing. So and we're just trucking along into this 112 knots of headwind. Be ready to start our descent. 119.25 for citation November 23 Delta Tango. Good night. And Memphis Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you at flight level 320. Just look at that sunset. That's beautiful over there. Clouds down there look a little nasty. Everything's looking good. And descend via the finger 8 arrival or citation November 23 Delta Tango down to 15,700 feet. Altimeter is 3031. And we'll go ahead and start our descent on down, get out of this. A nice 1,500 feet per minute descent. And let's go ahead and weather wind is 340 at 14. At 14, go ahead and get the approach put in here. Outside air temperature is -3. And altimeter is 3031. Go ahead and put on our wing and anti-ice. Probably going to need that. There's no all right. No, I'm not on VATSIM. I am on Pilot to ATC. I have the X chatter, and then I have different Seraproc voices that I purchased. Normally, if I do fly, I usually fly on Pilot Edge. There's not very much coverage around the places that I live. I usually use Pilot Edge for when I fly with the airlines, virtual airlines. I do have a special treat for you guys. We're going to be doing the Phoenix. Again, do have some more panels for that. So we're going to try them out and see how they goes. Hopefully either sometime this week. I'm not exactly sure when that stream will be, but I will be streaming it. I've got to do some more testing with the computer and that kind of stuff. So basically what my problem was is that with these panels up, anytime that I would touch any one of these panels, my FPS in the game would immediately go down to 9 to 10 FPS per. And so it was obviously with that, it's extremely difficult to fly. So, and to stream doesn't work out so well. So I've stopped that, and I think I got it fixed. The Air Manager beta that just came out, that one seems to be a lot better as far as that goes. But I still can't figure out what the problem is because I thought it was Space Desk, but then I thought it was Air Manager, and I think it really does have to do with Air Manager 4.1.6. But it seems like I'm the only one that's having issues with that. Some of the issues is I have two GPUs. I have a 3080 Ti, then I have another ARC, and the ARC is what runs these, and then the 3080 Ti runs the streaming and the flight simulator. So that could be some of it. So still more testing to do before we bring it out and use it on the stream. Well, now we only got a 86 knot headwind, so thank you for joining, Lethal. Appreciate the stopping by. It's about to go pretty dark. And we're going to be going down through 18,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and set our barometric pressure to 3031. Set once and set twice. And just look at that sunset. That's very pretty. One 132.2 for citation November 23 Delta Tango. Good night. And Fort Worth Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you, descending to 15,700 feet. .3031 for citation November 23 Delta Tango. I didn't have a request, but that's all right. And we'll start kind of slowing down, getting ready to go into the clouds here shortly. And we'll be coming up on that 10,000 feet to be under our 250 speed limit. Hopefully they don't keep us hanging out here too much longer, so we can get on down and maybe in between that layer of clouds out in front of us. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that or not, but it's like there's a little layer, dual layer of clouds here. So because outside temperature right now is -4. So definitely all right. We're at 15,700. Hopefully they give us lower. Let's go ahead and get our plate up here. Go ahead and get that briefed. And so we'll have tune. We'll go ahead and get that tuned in. That'll be 1135. And Fort Worth Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you at 15,700. And approach course 3031. Citation November 23 Delta Tango 3031. So approach course is going to be 356. And we'll go ahead and sync up our heading bug here. Put it into heading mode. And we will turn it over to our nav. Hit our nav button. And we'll go ahead and set our course. It's going to be 356. So that way we get all lined up with the runway like we're supposed to. Alright, now we can go back to nav mode and we can re-engage our nav. And we're well below our 250 knots before 10,000, which is good. Speed up just a little bit. And we've got 13,000 feet of runway, so we're good. Missed approach is going to be a climb to 2,000, then a climb to 3,000 to the vortex. So DME. So we'll just be climbing straight up to 2,000 into 3,000. Then on to TTT VOR. Got ATIS, all that information. We went ahead and let's go ahead and get our ATIS so we can go to index, go to data link, and go to weather, and we can go to request, and we'll go KDFW, and we'll go ahead and send that, and we'll wait for that request, and it's been received. Let's see that. 310. So 340 at 14 knots, 6 statute miles of freezing drizzle, light freezing drizzle, broken, and overcast at 800. -3 is the temperature. Dew points -4. Altimeter 3031. So we're good there. Got the weather. And tower is going to be, approach is going to be 127.075. So we'll go ahead and get that. 127.075. Then we don't need to get ATIS tower. We'll get that. Because that could be different. And we're going to be, our final approach fix is going to be BEGO at 2300. So we'll be getting that, and our minimums are going to be 764. So we'll go ahead and get that set up. And .764. All right, our minimums are set. Set it just above at 764, so I set it to 770 feet. We don't have the runway in sight by then. We will have to go mist, which should put us about 200 feet above the ground. They're saying 800 is what they're forecasting, so we should be good. But weatherman has been wrong before. Go ahead and turn on our pulsating lights. And citation November 23 Delta Tango, request lower altitude. Yeah, citation November 23 Delta Tango, we would like to request an altitude lower to 110,000 feet. Well, I'm not going to do that. So at finger, we still don't have any altitude, so we'll see what they give us. They don't have us down by the time we get to the finger any lower, and we'll start asking for some descent time here. We'll see how it goes. Pilot to ATC it's always been the nemesis of telling me to descend via the arrival. Well, the arrival is all radar vector, so there is no, got to be at flight level 180. Once you cross Como, we did that. So got GATS. Then after GATS, we've got the bottom VOR and then finger. So we still got a little bit of time. So those look pretty nasty. Nice and dark. Yeah, they haven't added the charts back in. That kind of stinks. It's nice to have the charts, be able to have the charts up. We've still got about 26 minutes till we get to DFW, so it's a little too far. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Say altimeter. Altimeter is 3001 for citation November 23 Delta Tango. And Fort Worth Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you at flight 15,700 feet. And Fort Worth Center, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you at 15,700. Alright, kind of can see the ground down in there, so that's always nice to see. Maybe it won't be as bad. So after we get off of finger, we need to go to heading of 230. If we haven't been given different instructions. Which I have a feeling they might have forgot about us, because we're still pretty high. Hey, what's going on? The software on the tablet is Air Manager. So there's all the panels. This panel, all these panels are through a program called Air Manager. I believe it's a $60 software, but it's a lifetime membership. And once you purchase that, then you have all these instruments are free off of SIMSTRUMENTATION GitHub. Me and three other guys build these instruments for free, but you just have to have a paid subscription of Air Manager. That's how we're running it all. And this is an iPad mini that is hooked up through Duet to the computer to use it as a monitor. And then these are two 15.6-inch WiMAXit touchscreen monitors. And I've got two dual rotary encoders. That's any of these knobs. I can turn the knobs in the simulator. For $60, you can basically have your own home cockpit. Thank you for stopping by, CoreSurf. Appreciate it. Looks like we got some traffic out in front of us. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We've got a bunch of different airplanes. We've got the CJ4, we've got the CRJ. There's a wasn't made by us, but there is a fly-by-wire for the A320. Full, basically can run the entire cockpit without ever having to touch a mouse. And then the ATC that you're hearing is pilot to ATC. It's an offline ATC. Then you can add chatter to it to make it sound better and get different voices to use as your controllers, so that way it sounds a little bit more realistic. So sometimes it's great. I think now they may have possibly forgot about us, but we'll see. We still got time to descend a little bit here. Just gonna stink if they try to tell us to descend to something crazy like and have to do 2,500 feet per minute just to get down to altitude. So, but we can slow her up, add in some flaps, get some drag going, and we can get her slowed down enough to be able to make it. Yeah, the link is in the description. (135.5) for citation November 23 Delta Tango. Good night. And citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you at 15,700. Turn right to heading of 225, descend and maintain 6,000 feet for vectors to the ILS 35 left into Dallas Fort Worth. Citation November 23 Delta Tango. Well, they didn't forget about us, so that's good. Head on down to 6,000 feet. And we've already got our pulsating lights on, so we'll go ahead and leave those on for coming through the 10,000 feet. Usually like to turn your landing light on, just so it's a little bit easier to be seen. And I have flown into this airspace into Dallas before, and it is, yes, that's crazy. Yes, they are an Arduino. Yes, the encoders. So you get these little knobs here, the actual dual rotary encoders from Prop Wash Sim, and then you just buy off of Amazon. You just buy an Arduino Uno, and then it tells you on the page of the Sim Innovations is who owns the Air Manager, and they tell you basically kind of how to wire it. I'm in no electrical engineer at all. It doesn't. It's easy, very easy. Also, if you join the Discord inside the link, that's where SIMSTRUMETATION is, and that's where a lot of those questions can be asked. If you have trouble or have any issues or anything like that, we're always there to help. It'll either be myself or Crunch, or there's a lot of people in there. There's Sling in there. He's part of the Air Manager group. He knows some of those guys over there. Ralph's in there, who owns the actual Air Manager software. So you can get a lot of help inside of there. But it's very, very simple. You can have basically one encoder for one screen. You can't have multiple um, unless you start getting into the weeds a little bit more of using MobiFlight and stuff like that to be able to hook up to it. But Air Manager will do that to where you could have a bunch of different knobs and stuff like that, but they would just be dedicated knobs. So I can click on any one of these knobs in here and I can just use the one which works out well. So for me, but I like it because you can set up multiple different cockpits. You build home cockpits, you can build them to where it's just one setup of one airplane, but I like to be able to fly a jet or a general aviation that I normally fly, or a twin engine that I would normally fly, or something like that. And then whenever I want to fly for the virtual airlines, I can literally set it all up to where I have all these different screens, um, and it's pretty simple. But it's crazy for DIY. Yeah, it is crazy, but it's super simple, man. It's seriously, it's very simple. It doesn't take a genius to do it. Just takes a little bit of reading and get some colored wires and just wire them up the exact same way that they tell you. It takes a little bit of soldering. I never soldered until I bought one in my life, and so I bought a solder gun and I bought one, and literally I did it myself without ever messing anything up. So I am planning to get two more touch screens. I'm going to have an overhead panel that'll be above me here. That'll be touch screen, and then I do plan on getting another pedestal down here for be underneath all this down here. That will be a pedestal to where I can actually use an actual airliner without ever having to touch the mouse at all to look at the overhead or to look at anything like that. So you can get pretty crazy in setups with all this. So it's a lot of fun. I like it because you can fly a bunch of different airplanes in one shot. Then I do have the track.IR. Looks like we might be running just across the edge of this cloud. And we're coming through. So how can I display the BMAP DC6 on a tablet? I'm not familiar with the DC6. DC6, I believe, was that made by PMDG? If so, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But you just have to get in the Discord and ask if anybody's built it. I don't know. I know SIMSTRUMETATION, we haven't built anything for the DC6, but on the Sim Innovations forums, there's a lot of people that have built stuff and shared it on there as well for free. So you might try that. And heck, if you know how to do any kind of coding or anything like that, you can build one yourself. They're not too. It's not too difficult. It's tough to start to learn, but once you kind of get the grasp of it, it's not too bad at all. I don't know much of the coding. I do all the graphics for SIMSTRUMETATION, so I know how to do that stuff. All right, there's 1,000 to go for 6,000. Is the sim dashboard outdated now for things like this in this sim? No, this sim is just starting to gain traction, but as far as is the dashboard outdated, are you talking about the Sim Innovations forums? Turn left heading 215, citation 23 Delta Tango. I think I kind of understand. I think you're talking about on the Sim Innovations forums. Some of that stuff is from X-Plane because this Air Manager was kind of originally created for X-Plane, and then obviously MS Flight Simulator came out, and we adopted it and just kind of took over and kind of have helped build a lot of stuff for MSFS. I know a lot of the stuff that's on the normal. Right heading 220, citation November 23 Delta Tango. I know a lot of the stuff is starting to be converted. That was X-Plane over to work with Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I'm sorry, I'm not much help when it comes to the DC-6. Go ahead and turn over to localizer. Normally I'd go ahead and call in and identify or tune in to identify the Morse code for the ILS, but don't think that works. We can try it. We can try and turn up the volume, see if it works. Negative, Ghost Rider. And we should get a descend a little bit lower now, down to 5,000 traffic. Descend to 5,000 for citation November 23 Delta Tango, and altimeter is 30.30. Oops, 30.31. Altimeter is 3031, citation November 23 Delta Tango. And looks like we're about .265 on the heading and descend to 4,000 feet, citation November 23 Delta Tango. Turn right to heading 325 and descend to 3,000 feet and contact tower on 124.5. Oops. Let's get this going down. Approach, citation November 23 Delta Tango is with you on the ILS 35 left. Man, this thing is all over the place, so we're just going to hand fly her. Try and help her get out here a little bit, get lined up. Yo. That's alright. Guess we're just going to hand fly her in since Air Manager crashed. In Russia and Google Play, Air Manager locked. Oh, that stinks. I'm sorry. And we'll go ahead and turn our landing lights on. Clear to land 35 left, citation November 23 Delta Tango. And we've got the airport in sight, so we can go ahead and continue. We've got plenty of runway. We are a little bit high, but there's that freezing drizzle. There's our minimums. We got the airport in sight, runway in sight. We can continue. And welcome to Dallas Fort Worth, everybody. Flaps are up. Spoilers are retracted. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dallas Fort Worth. Got everything cleaned up. We'll turn on our taxi lights. And we know how to taxi, so we'll go ahead and get rid of we know where we're going. Take Lima down here to Zulu and into the ramp. Yeah, sometimes I'll get a little lag as soon as I'm coming into land. It's like when you get about 20 to 30 feet above or 100 feet above touchdown elevation, then yes, I get some lag. Sometimes, not every time, but sometimes it does lag a little bit. The only thing bad about Dallas is you always have the longest taxi in the world just to get out of here. But general aviation is all the way on the north side of the airport. So we've got a long way to go. Well, course, sir, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, hit that smash button and that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. Yep, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That will echo you next time we know that we're going to be doing a stream. Yeah, it does look weird whenever it crashes. You don't have anything else up here. But that's part of the beta sometimes, so sometimes you gotta just roll the dice with it. But we'll just turn off the autopilot and hand flyer just like we're supposed to be doing, right? What happens if the autopilot fails? Well, then you got a hand flyer. But I was a little curious of why she was so wandery on the approach. I mean, she just kept bouncing left and right. It's kind of crazy. So coming up should be Kilo 5. Yep, there's Kilo 5. Go down and cross Zulu, and then we'll head Yankee. So the second yellow sign that we see down there be our left turn into general aviation. But yes, you are 100% right. Air manager crash looks weird. So we're on Lima, there's Zulu. Next should be Yankee, and Yankee will take us into the ramp. And here is Yankee. And here we are. Welcome to Dallas-Fort Worth General Aviation. And we got enough lights here. We'll go ahead and turn off our taxi lights just in case we don't blind anybody on the way in. And those are up to right here. And this will call it good. Parking brake is set. Go ahead and turn off our fasten seatbelt signs. Let people start roaming about. And we'll stop. The Onyx off. And that'll do it, folks. Well, I appreciate you guys coming aboard. And we will see you guys next time on the next stream. Have a good night.